What is up, guys? WFD550 come back with a new commentary, and today I want to talk about what AVGN posted on YouTube about his fundraiser and on his movie. Now, I just checked out his video on his update of his movie and his fundraiser, and when I seen the video, I was thinking fundraiser. I mean, why does AVGN need a fundraiser? Like, what's the purpose of a fundraiser? And he says that he needed it for his movie. And I was like, okay. But the problem is, he was begging to some of the... I'm not going to say begging. I'm going to say because he did it for a donation. But for a movie, now it's ridiculous. I mean, begging is actually gonna be begging, because if you're begging for people to tell them, I need your donation, for me to do a movie, that's really ridiculous. I mean, if I could understand for charity, for kids that really need it for, schools or for health issues, that I can understand. But for a movie, that's ridiculous. Now, I'm not gonna be trashing on AVGN. All right. No, that's not here what I'm gonna do. I like AVGN. I'm a huge fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd. But I'm gonna be honest here, and this is the honest truth. AVGN has gotten low, at the point that he doesn't need all that money just to make. I mean, he wants to make it theatrical in the movies and theaters and shit, and I can understand that, and that makes sense. Making a lot of money and all this have guards and all this other stuff, effects, a lot of things. And production costs a lot of money, and that's true. Making a movie costs a lot of money. But doesn't he have a new channel on his YouTube site, that gives him a lot of revenue? Doesn't screwattack.com, cinemassacre.com, blip.tv, all these other websites, don't they give him a lot of money, a lot of income into him, a lot of money in his pocket? It's like, I don't understand this. Giving him all this money. He said his goal was $75,000. $75,000 is a lot of money, people. But guess how much he got? More than he expected. More than he didn't expect. $244,000. And that's why it's because of some people donated that money to Angry Video Game Nerd. That is ridiculous. That is insane. 244. I will never in years imagine to have $244,000. That's way too much money. That's good money though, but I mean, just giving money away that you work hard for to a video game reviewer that, come on, that he's great in his reviews, but I mean, now he's doing a movie and he's asking for so much money to people. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like a little mini rant on some people in America. All right, and I'm gonna exclude myself for this because I did not donate money to Angry Video Game Nerd. Okay, I'm gonna be here, honest to the truth. I don't donate money like that for the Angry Video Game Nerd. If it's like causes like like the relief Japan cause, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not donate it either because I had bills and rent and a lot of other issues. I wanted to, but I just couldn't. But if I would do that to Angry Video Game Nerd movie fundraiser than the reliefs of Japan and all that stuff, then that makes me look like I don't care about Japan and in the cause and what happened. The aftermath. It's like I'm gonna say this to the American people. Y'all people are retarded, just dumbfounded that a guy who is an average guy, basically, that started on YouTube, did videos here and there just reviewing and ranting on some video games, which was cool. Yet you see him like he's like a messiah, like a god. And it's really ridiculous how people do, man. Giving money to this guy, it's ridiculous. And I'm not gonna be a fanboy and say, oh my god, every angry video game nerd is the best. He deserves all kinds of money. No, I'm sorry. It's like saying like a bum in the streets always asks for a change, which it pisses me off. Because a bum comes to you and tell him, oh, can you spare me $1? Can you spare me some change? Like in South Park, that episode where those bums that spare change, and after all they're not bums or whatever. It's like ridiculous, and that's what angry video game nerd look. He looks like a bum in that video. Look at this. Look at him. He looks like a bum, and it's just sad. So, the American people like some of you guys are just stupid to give away money to a meaningless fundraiser just to make a movie. And I'm gonna be honest here. Look, the movie, I can't say if it's gonna be good or not. I need to see trailers of it first and to see if I could analyze, if it's good or not. But he says that he wants to make it cheaply and not too much effects and etc. And I can understand that. I can relate that. He wants to make this movie a B-rated movie. Which I'm all for it. He wants to make it original. But now he says that he needs all this HD equipment, cameras. Like, he's fine the way he is. He made the Angry Video Game Nerd was a very unique reviewer. You know why he was a very unique reviewer, a game reviewer? Because no other game reviewer talks a lot of crap about a video game. Not like the AVGN. The AVGN is a character that I really liked on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest. At first, I wasn't a fan of him because he was cheesy. He was like, I don't know. I didn't like him that much, but it grew out of me, and I started liking him because my friend came to my house and just could, convince me to watch some of his reviews, and it was awesome. Now, again, it's ridiculous that AVGN does things like this, and he does great videos. Don't get me wrong, he is a little lackluster nowadays, but he's still got to, his videos are still funny, and at the point of making his videos is the real selling point of the video is reviewing the video game, and that's all that matters. And he's a great reviewer for doing that. That's all that really matters. So, I'm completely biased to, the way he works on his videos, but I'm very unbiased on his fundraiser because it's completely ridiculous, and $244,000 is way too much money for him just to. I can understand for a movie, but I've like a weird feeling that he ain't gonna do a movie. That I think he's gonna backstab to some of those people and keep the money. But that's my I have that weird feeling in my stomach and my mind that I see that maybe it could happen. But no, man, I don't think the Angry Video Game Nerd will do something like that. I mean, maybe he knows that he keeps his promises, and it takes a long time to work on a movie. So I could relate to that, So it takes a lot of time and effort to make movies. It does. So I'm not gonna say myself that he will backstab to his fan base, because he's been to a lot of conventions. He has asked a lot of questions. He's been in MagFest, Comic Con. He's been into a lot of cool events, and he talked to some of his loyal fan base. So I don't think we'll do that to his fan base like that, But donating for a movie, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, look, you have so many sponsorships, and YouTube is like giving you like ad revenue and stuff like that. It's like, why do you even need a fundraiser just to make a movie if you're making enough money? All the content that you're bringing up, all the ads, every little ads costs money for your videos. That costs money. Grows money to your pocket. So it's completely ridiculous. And I mean, what can I say? I'm not gonna sit here and bash on an Angry Video Game Nerd. That's not what I'm here for, because I don't want to be a typical YouTuber ranting about the Angry Video Game Nerd. Other guys already did it. Wrestling Jesus did a very good rant on AVGN, because he's like one of the best shooters, ranters on YouTube. Check out his stuff. He's awesome. I totally agree at some of the things he said. E-begging. I mean, don't you think that for a movie? I mean, for a movie, isn't fair enough? I mean, I can understand for a medical research, or for kids that have autism, cancer, if it's for a great cause, that what matters the most. Education, very important, intricates in the world. Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, etc. That's what fundraisers are for, not for a movie, not for something that maybe that it's gonna suck, maybe it's gonna be good. We don't know. So let me know what you guys think about the AVGN on his video with his fundraiser and stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. $244,000 is outstanding. How much money he has gotten from all those people for just a movie? It's ridiculous. I mean, and plus, I mean, he is a he acts pretty good stuff, and he's pretty dramatic, and he has all these little characters here and there, and they're cool and all. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I mean, if you go to Hollywood, it's gonna be a different story. You're gonna, he's a good actor. Like, the way he acts, he does very good in his videos. Just that I don't know if he'll do that in Hollywood in the big screen. That'd be a very different story. So maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. I don't want to give too much doubts to Angry Video Game Nerd. I don't want to defend the guy. I'm just, this is I'm being on the middle, because I'm saying negative things about what he's doing, yet I'm giving some positive of saying some of his reviews are really good. Negative being asking money for people just to donate, just for a movie. It's just insane. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about AVGN, his video, and this is Hadouken 5550 signing off.